Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome everybody.
I know I've got a lot of views on the other video that I just did, the CBN wheel one. I just want to do another little bit on that, as it suggests there, as you see in the title. Do you need a grinder to use a CBN wheel? Okay, no you don't. So let's get that out of the way first. Right, first off, Lisa wants us to do a quick thank you.
Just one quick thank you to Scott W. Riddell for the 3 coffees that he bought us.
Thank you, Scott. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I like the idea that you're loving our style of videos, and it's from across the pond. So.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys. This is a quick one because a lot of people have said about they haven't got an 8-inch grinder. A lot of people, they can't afford to buy a grinder for whatever reason it is. It doesn't matter, is it? If you haven't got a grinder, you might not want to invest that much into your wood turning at this point in time. Who knows? But you want to be able to sharpen tools, don't you? So anything is better than nothing. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. Now, just a quick one. These, it's silly because, like I said, the guy at first, I forgot your name, very rude of me. I do apologise.
Is it Neil? I can't remember.
I think it was Neil. Yes, Neil.
Yeah.
He bought one $24.99. Later that night they went up to $27.99 and I got mine at $27.99. Now I did say to jump on it fast when I first said I bought it, because literally that next day after I said about it they went up to $29.99, and then after I put the video up I watched it go and the sales on it, I mean the one I bought it from, when I bought it, it said had X amount available, but it said 4 sold, and then literally a few hours later it was like 10 sold, 12 sold. It went up to 41 sold. Literally in a day 41 of them sold from that seller that I got mine from. And of course they went up to £43.99. They whacked the price up. So I did actually message the guy and say, you know, yeah, I noticed your price has gone up. Like I did buy one. Thank you very much. Received it. Love it. Thank you. I think it was the same guy I got it from before. I'm not sure. And I did say to him that, yeah, I noticed you're selling quite a lot. Well, I did actually put a link on the video. I've done a video for it. Sorry, and it's had 11,000 views. And noticed that he's hiking the price up, sort of thing. Because I thought that's a bit off, really. I mean, if you're selling plenty of them, then that's fine. I think it's because they're getting out of stock. That's why they whack the prices up. But I just got a message back to say thank you. Okay, fair enough. That's about that. Right, now I do know some people said they're on Temu, and yes, I've seen them on Temu. I've seen them for £18 on Temu. If they're the same ones, I don't know. If you get it for £18, because sometimes you click on it and then actually you put in what you want and it comes up at 20-something pounds. So I don't know, okay, and I don't know whether they're exactly the same. I would imagine they are identical, but I've not tried one. Can't comment on it. Don't know. Haven't got a clue. Didn't even think to look on Temu for them first off.
We do buy so much from Temu, don't we?
I buy every week. I buy stuff. I buy loads of shit off Temu. Really do, loads of stuff. Yeah.
It's all good stuff.
Not all work stuff, it's like everything, just all sorts. Right, so anyway, I'm going to show how you can actually sharpen. And I've done this before. I've done a cheap sharpening solution, but we used a stone wheel. Now, nothing wrong with it, and you can use it. You can use it on your lathe, but this is going to be using the wheel on your lathe, so you can actually sharpen your tools. A stone wheel, you got to be careful with, because like I say, if you get a catch on it when you're sharpening, stone wheels can explode. Okay, they can be very dangerous. Even on grinders they can be dangerous. But as I said on the actual video, sharpening at such a low speed, you haven't got any problems with it. Okay, and that's what we're going to do with this. So I'm just going to show how you can sharpen your tools if you haven't got a grinder and you want to sharpen, because people say, is there somewhere I can send my tools to get them sharpened and things like that? If you've got nothing, this is fantastic. Okay, people say, well, that's all right, but then if you're doing a bowl and you have to resharpen, you've got to take it off and put your thing. Right, let's get one thing clear. If you sharpen your tools up and you use them without scraping, and the way I've shown to use them, if you have to go back and you are doing something seriously wrong. There is no reason why you can't shape the whole of your bowl inside and out with one cut, with one grind. But if you have to resharpen after you've done the outside, well, that's fine, because you're going to take the bowl off to return it round, put your wheel on, sharpen up, whatever. This is quicker than if you've got to send them off somewhere and get someone else to sharpen them for you and get them back. And it's better than not being able to sharpen them at all, okay? Or sharpening them on things like angle grinders and stuff. Literally, if you go to the Temu one, 20 quid, you get yourself a CBN wheel. It's going to last you for life. Your hobby turner, it's going to last you for life, okay? You only have to buy it once. Can you? Yes. My ideal thing, I would say to you, go and get yourself a cheap little lathe. I've got a little one there. It cost me £119. Right, that's a few years back, but you can pick them up for 60 quid cheap. It don't have variable speed. You change the belt. You have it on the lowest one. Works perfect for sharpening. Right, okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Now, for mounting it, very quick, simple and easy. Go to the video I've got. I'm not going to make them again because I've already done it on a video. Do me a favour, I'm showing you a tip. You go and give me a view on the other video. Sharpening solution, okay?
Cheap and easy.
Cheap and easy sharpening solution. That's what the video is. And I'll show you how to make these bushings, okay? Now, all we've got to do, you've got your chuck. I'd hope you have a chuck. If you haven't even got a chuck, then you're really in desperate situations. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be looking at taking up wood turning. You know, you've got to buy some stuff. That's like, I want to take up hand gliding, but I can't afford an hand glider. But you could try using a carrier bag and just keep your fingers crossed. I mean, come on. If you want to take up golf, you've got to buy clubs, haven't you? If you want to take up wood turning, you've got to buy some tools. Right. You might not want to get a grinder straight away. Standard chuck, standard jaws, okay? And you make this piece. I showed how to do it. Just put a piece of wood in, put a tenon on it, put a piece of wood in there, turn the front off and turn this bit here. Okay, I did show it. So this is 5/8, that little knobble. 5/8, 16mm basically. And it fits straight in that hole. Like so, okay? And you make two of them. That one you put a tenon on so it can go in your chuck. This one you just have a hole in it and it pops in there nice and snug like that. Perfect fit, okay? That then goes into my chuck and I tighten, just get it there. Right, this you just want a cone center. Pop it in, wind it out, bring it in, there we go. Tighten that up, tighten that a little bit, tighten that chuck, and a nip, that's it, just a nip, there we go. Right, now you'll see, yeah, it's slightly out, it's not going to be bang on. Give it a little tap, right? Give it a little tap, little tap, little tap, there's running a bit truer, that's fine, that's enough. Tighten it up, done, that's it. Right, it's in a chuck. I've got two dowels going in. They don't touch in the middle. Don't want them to be too big so they touch in the middle. They're in. It's secure. Now, watch. This, I'm holding my chuck still. Holding my chuck still. And look, I've got a slight bit of, I can still twist it. I can move it. It's not fixed bang tight. Doesn't have to be, okay? Don't overwind it. If you find, oh, it moves a little bit. It's under quite a bit of pressure to move it. Doesn't matter, it's not going to affect you one bit. It's got a slight wobble to it. Not going to affect you, you're not sharpening on the sides, you're only sharpening on the face. Will not affect you. Right, so we've got our thing in. Take our tool rest out, we don't need that for a moment. Now, I did show as well on the one, cheap solutions, how to make these little toggle, okay? This little thing. This goes in our banjo, like so. Just lock it there. Done. That's it. Okay. And then I showed on the same said video and on a video sharpening for pennies, which was another one that's out there, how to make one of these out of wood. Okay. I've got mine. I've got Wolverine. Okay. I've got one for True Grind, one from Woodcut Tools, whatever. What was that? From Axminster Tools. Okay. I've got Robert Sorby, one goes on my thing there. I've got loads, okay? I've got all the jigs. So I didn't keep my wooden one I made. I've got no use for it to keep it. I've done it as a demo, but I did make up some metal ones, okay? Right. So we've got our jig. If you go back to the ones the video for the sharpening, I give all the measurements and everything. So I'm going to take a gouge. I would take one, this one here, right? Now I haven't got any new gouges that haven't been used, and I haven't got any basically fucked up gouges to redo. Okay, my gouge is all good, so I'm going to have to just use one of these. Okay, this has already got 50-degree bevel, all right, and a slight sweep back. I'm going to sharpen this one on it. Now, you want to know for 50-degree, I've got it on the video what the protrusions are. Okay, I'm not giving them again. Do me a favour, go back, watch the video. That gives me a view. I'm giving you a favour, you give me one. Right, so I've popped that in there. Now, that's your protrusion. This height here and this height here ain't going to matter with your lathe, but what you're going to have to do for your first one is you're going to have to just roughly work out where you're going to have to be, okay, for the grind you want. Now, this is fortunate for me because I've already got a grind on here. If you're putting a new grind on, then it's going to be slightly, you're going to have to do a little bit of working out. But I have given on those videos the measurements of what this here to here is, and what this height of this to this is. I've given that all out, okay, so it's there for you, so you can get these grinds. Okay, I'm gonna have to just move this back a little bit. That was
all on the sharpening jigs, isn't it? Making sharpening jigs.
Yeah, let's make some sharpening jigs.
Getting jiggy with it.
And getting jiggy with it. I gave all the measurements out, okay. Now I'm just gonna get this right so it's set for this grind. There we are. Right, that looks okay. Let me just check that front. Yep, you can see I'm touching on the front there. Okay, touching there. That's all I need to do. Okay, that locks down. That's it. Now I'm ready to sharpen. Now I can sharpen my tools up. Now if you're turning a bowl, if you happen to have 2 or 3 spindle bowl gouges, sharpen them up. Then you've got your tools sharp. Now you can do your day's turning. They should last you for the day. You shouldn't have to keep going back and sharpening. Right? If you don't scrape, you won't have to. Now, turning it. Now, first off, because people made comments on the last one about I'll cover your lathe bed. Right, I'm not your mother, okay? I'm not your mother. If you don't want to get any dirt on your lathe bed, cover it. It's just a bit of common sense, okay? For me, I just clean it off afterwards. It's not a problem. I'm not doing loads of tools. I'm not going to get a load of black on here. If you're worried about it, a simple piece, I'm just going to stretch above Lisa's head here. Okay, there you go. You can just put that on there, okay? It won't catch fire, it won't cause you no problems. That's covered your lathe bed. It's as simple as that. Shouldn't have to tell you, but some people did, you know, I can imagine them. They actually get up in the morning, go for a dump, and then they go, Mum, I'm ready. Waiting for Mum to come and wipe their bum still. Oh, they must be, I'm sure of it. Right, anyway. Right, I'm turning the lathe speed down, and I'm going to start up. Right, now you can see it's got a slight wobble. Don't worry about it. It is not going to cause you any problems on turning. Right, now I would suggest you go to around 500 RPM. Okay, this is nice and so it's okay. It's not going nowhere. It's not coming off. Okay, this slight wobble on this bit here is, you're not sharpening on here, you're sharpening here. Here is absolutely fine, okay? There's no wobble, there's no bump on that. And all we're going to do, we're going to come on, it's nice and gentle. Like this. Now you can see there's no sparks, okay? I've got it bang on anyway. But there's no sparks. And it's so slow. And this is what I love this sort of system, because now if you put it on the grinder, your fast grinders, if you've got a slow speed grinder, then you don't even need to be watching this because you're already sorted with your stuff, ain't you? But on fast grinders, literally you can put that on there and you can fuck the end of your tool up like that. So they're so fast, they're so aggressive, they do take off a lot. And if you're not used to it and you come on and you get it slightly, it might even be you get in the way of your handle and it just goes for that little bit too long, you've lost it. Okay, with this it's so slow you can't get it wrong. Right, and when you go, just look down the sides here. What we're doing is we're looking at this, we want to keep this and try and get this as a nice straight curve. You can see there, just I haven't even gone to the tip. It calls it to go in a little bit and what they call a bird's beak. But we're going to get rid of that. That's the tip. Don't keep just going on this thinking that gets rid of it. Right, I'm still on the side, so I'm going to come around the side. And I'm going to get onto this side. And I'm going to do the same here. And I'm just looking here where this side is contacting the wheel. Just looking for it. Just give it very gentle. It moves it fast even at this speed. And now I'm just going to come onto the tip. And I'm going to do the tip, okay? And that's all I have to do. And you notice I've now got the curve going across and the bird's beak disappears. The bird's beak is always, you need to take a little bit off the tip. It's not taking the sides down more. Don't get confused with that. A lot of people, they go on the side thinking that it's the side's too high, lower the side, it comes in with the tip. It's not. So you take the tip down because you want this slight curve. And then the last one, I'm just going to come round, just going to do once round like that. And there you go, continuous all the way round. We've got a single facet all the way round, okay, like that. Now, my relief bevel's gone, okay. Again, this, you can make some little things up for yourself, little guides, so you know how much to move in and out. But all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to loosen, and I'm going to move it in, just sticking a little bit, that's it. Just a little bit, I'm going to just move it in a fraction. And now I'm going to have a look and see. I know it's not going to be on the tip. No, it's not enough. I need to go in a little bit more. I know actually from there it's about a 2-inch, about 50 mil, 45, 50 mil difference from where the position. Right, what have we got? I'm going to just brush it and have a look. Right, that's not too. It's a little bit more than what I want. A little bit more I want to go in. There you go, about there. And it's trial and error. Now what you can do is you can use a piece of wood to measure this distance here. Make a little wooden thing up to measure that distance, because it will always stay the same. Because the only thing that, as your tool wears down, it doesn't matter because your protrusions set the same. So everything here will stay the same once you've got it, okay? So now I'm going to come on. And I'm going to come round. And even at this speed, which is only 500 RPM, you're going to see how much metal that removes and how quick it removes it, okay? And I'm getting that facet round there. So it's slow, but I mean you can see how quick I'm talking, so it's taking a bit of time, but you can see how quick I can sharpen this tool, okay? And there you go, I've got my facet all the way round. Now there you go. Okay, perfectly nice, lovely sharpened tool there. Now you can see the lines. There's a slight coarseness to it still because it's a brand new wheel. That's soon when you sharpen that'll be nice shiny. It won't have all those little lines on it. That's all it is. Now I want to try something because someone has literally an hour ago emailed and said could they use the CBN wheel at 95 RPM.
So Graham Slynn,
right,
this one's
my
for
problem
you.
is no, I can't go that low. My lathe stops. It's the slowest it goes on this because it's 150. I'd have to change my belt speed and everything, so I can't really show that. But that's the slowest, which is 145. Okay, that's the slowest I can get it to. Now I want to see if it will take metal off. Right, yes. Yes, you can. It takes metal off, and God, that would be so cool. That would be perfectly fine. So yes, you can.
There you go, Graham Slynn.
Graham Slim, yes, you could. 95
Slim,
will be okay.
yeah.
Slynn, he wants to put it on a whetstone grinder that runs at 95 RPM. Yes, that will be okay. You can sharpen at that. Might take a bit longer. I wouldn't regrind and things like that. It'll take a little bit longer, but it will sharpen. Right, so we've sharpened that tool. Okay. There we go. Actually, what I'll do is I'll leave that jig on that, so you can see there's no skullduggery going on. And I'm going to put that, Lisa's just going to put that on the side there, okay? And that's in that jig. Now, what about your roughing gouges? Because I said the same. Right, so get your tool rest, put your tool rest back in. Again, you've got to maybe learn with your heights and stuff like that, okay? To get these sort of things right, I'm going to start off roughly about there. Now, I did show again Again, I showed how to make this jig. Okay, simple jig like this. Yeah, right, that's it. We're going to get a roughing gouge, just one of our little ones here. We're going to put it in here, and this is all we need to sharpen our roughing gouges. And again, once you've got your measurements for your protrusions, how far you're having this back, it will be so quick to set up. You can make up little blocks. I'll just need to put this in and get this measurement. You want to know what this measurement is?
Go back to the video.
Go back to the video. Right, that's that locked in. That protrusion is the only important part here. Is that has to be the same every time for repeatable. Now I'm gonna move this in until, as you can see, right, it's fairly close. Okay, just gonna look and make sure I've got it right. Yeah, bang on. Right, okay, that is it. That's all we need to sharpen our roughing gouges. What I've got to do is put this tool rest slightly straight because I moved it. That's it, it's straight. Okay, that's all we need to do for sharpening roughing gouges. If you've got bigger roughing gouges, make a piece with a bigger hole in it. Okay, same with your spindle gouges, roughing gouges. You've got bigger ones, just make the jig with a bigger hole. Right, this is ready to go. Okay, for my roughing gouge, I'm at the same sort of speed. Right, we come on, all we do is pop it on there, come in, put it on there and rotate. We're rotating. Let me have a look. Yep, we're getting there. I've just got to turn that handle so it's out of the way. That's it. It's just, I must have been, and that's far off of it, so it's literally just putting that fresh grind. It's just reshaping it. At this speed, it's reshaping. I've got a tiniest little bit. See it just there? You see the slight difference in it now. Most people wouldn't even bother, but there's a slight difference in the shading on it.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I go until every bit is exactly the same. There we go. One more. Nice and light, don't push down hard on it. Everything is light and easy. And like I said, what is there to go wrong? You can't go wrong. You've only got to do that. That's all you're doing is turning that. Okay? The measurement, that protrusion, if you want my grade. If you want a 45 or you want a 25 or whatever you want to put on it, you just change this protrusion. That will adjust that angle. Okay? Nothing here will ever change. So if you set a system up like this and you actually got an old lathe, you might have an old pen turning one or a small one, you don't use it now, you can set it up. Once you've set it, lock it down, that's it. Nothing will change. Okay? You can keep it all the same. So all that is that. And now, as you can see with that, okay, that's the grind we get. And it's stone cold. No heat whatsoever has been put into that. Absolutely, look, put it on my face. Stone cut, and I wouldn't chance bother going up my beauty. So there you go, you know it's cold. Right, that's that. Okay, so that's our simple, and these little dog toggle thing. I don't know what I'd call it. It's a little toggle thing. A little toggle thing that we made up, and I've shown on there how to do that. So that's it. Right, now we take out a bit of paper, and yes, just to prove we did sharpen. Look, there's the dust. Okay, we've got dust on there. Like I said, if you don't want that going on your lathe bed, do it. Me, I would just wipe my lathe bed before I finish it anyway. And that is it. And then when you're done, you can leave all that there. Right, just pop that back. Okay, and literally all you will do is loosen your chuck, take that out. You can leave them in, put that over there. If you've got to resharpen, it's just pop it in, isn't it? You can have these things. Now, if I was going to actually use a lathe for it, I wouldn't bother using my banjo. Okay, I would simply, you see on my sharpening, if you go back to the sharpening, making jigs and stuff, my actual grinder is mounted on a board. Yeah, and the board has the sliding jigs on. Right, so all you need is the board. and make it so it can just fit on your lathe. Just stick it on your lathe bed there. Okay, you can have a simple thing where you just lock it on the bottom, or don't even have to bother, you just a little shot, stick it on your lathe. In fact, if you make the board about this yo wide, right, stick it on, put that there, okay, put your board on, bring your tailstock up, whack it up, lock it off. Your board can't move, can it? It's fixed to your lathe bed. Put a little thing that drops in there, okay, so just have a little block on the bottom of the board, it drops into there, put it up against that, put that up against that, that's all fixed, your wheels on there, you got your jigs, everything. Then you can take it, you haven't got to worry about your banjo measuring, because all your things will be set for you on your board, won't they? You just take it off and put it on. If you've made it right, it's sit perfect every time. That's it. Now you can sharpen your tools. Right, so there we go. We'll just have a very, because Lisa doesn't want to be out here much longer, so I'm just going to stick a piece of wood in there like that. Remember, never over tighten things. Pop that up there like that, turn my handle, put that there, bring my tool rest round, okay, that's that. Come in a little bit closer, that's that like that. Right, I'll put my face shield on, Lisa will just step back a bit, and this is our roughing gouge that we just sharpened on there, okay, as simple as we turn that on. That speed's not going to be any good. We'll get our speed up, okay, and one more little one. Right. And there we go, guys. Right, that's, we just sharpened that chisel with no grinder, okay, with a £20 CBN wheel and simple jigs that we can have made out of wood, and there we go, okay. And we just very quickly rough that down from square to round, okay. It's as simple as that. Pop that home. He lives up there. Right, okay, I will very quickly, I've got a piece of wood here, I've got a little tenon on the back of it, I'm going to pop that in there, tighten that up, tight, quarter, that's all we need, don't over tighten things. I'm going to put the centre up because it'd be rude not to. Little tighten. Right, we're going to bring this round here, like so. I'm going to put that on that corner there. Lisa is now going to pass me the bowl gouge that I sharpened, still in the jig. I haven't taken it out, it's still the same, so you know, no skullduggery going on, it's the same one. What?
That pirate talk, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to stick it between there. I know anything put there is safe.
Yeah.
I make sure. Put my face shield on. Lisa's got to step away so she's not going to get no mess. And right, we've sharpened this up, and let's see. I'm going to turn that speed down a little bit because I don't know how balanced this is. It's okay. I know it's in the chuck, so I know I've got it. I'm going to turn it up, get a little bit of speed on here. Okay, and I'm going to come in. There you go, guys, that's our ½ inch, well, it's actually a 3/8 bowl gouge, okay, because we measure the flute. For me it's ½ inch because it's this, okay, and there we go. I'm not going to hold like that, I'm going to come in, just get on there, rotate, and around we come. Right. And just to show you, this is not wet wood. Listen, this is dry wood, and I'm getting no shavings, okay, off of this. All right, and look, you can see what we're getting there, okay. Yep. Now, a very, very, very quick one. Bowl gouge, yeah, ain't lovely, didn't it? Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. I filmed it. That's all I'm going over there.
Did I? Oh well, never mind.
Have to
There we
hoover it
go.
later.
Right. Bowl gouge. And don't it move the wood nice? And isn't it lovely? Right. But the only problem with bowl gouge, if you use a 50-degree bevel like this, okay, when you come round on this and you actually pick up that cut, with your handle dropped, like this, when you pick up the cut, we're actually cutting, and it does look nice and good, and we move really big shavings, but we're actually cutting on the bottom part of this wing here, okay? Yeah, and it can be, the position, so you don't get catch, it can be a little bit like you get a bit of a scrape with it. Now, I know it's going to offend a few people, but it is. And if we come in for a push cut and we pick up our cut here and we push cut, you can see there where it's actually cutting. Now that looks good, doesn't it? That's a lovely shaving. Yeah, but actually it's not shaving. It's actually a scraping. That's actually scraping on that bottom bit. Now it moves wood fine, and it's absolutely fine, and it's okay, and it's good, and millions of people use the bowl gouge wood like that. But the difference is, when you use a spindle gouge, is the flute design. Because when I come in at the same here, I actually now get a shaving. Yeah. And there's a difference between a shaving and a scraping, because a scraping will have little lines that are a bit wrinkled, okay? A shaving comes off and it doesn't have the wrinkles, it stays nice. Now, for a push cut, when you come in, again, because of the different shape of the flute, you actually get a cut, okay? Because we are not, that wing does not come in as a scrape because it's so low, if you get what I mean. It's low. It's easier when I show it to a person in here and they see it, okay? And what it is it comes in and it just has that, and that's why I like a spindle gouge. Bowl gouge is good hollowing. Now, if you're going to use a bowl gouge and you want to use it on the outside of your bowl, my suggestion would be, okay, is not to go for a 50-degree bevel, not on the outside. I would jump up and go to a 40. I've got one here. I would go up to a 45 for the outside, okay? Because, and roll it back a little bit. That way you can get a similar to the spindle gouge. And if I can get it here, this probably needs sharpening, but you'll get a shaving and it will cut on this bit, and with your handle drop down and coming round, you won't blunt the tool, okay? And that way you'll be able to turn all the outside of your bowl and hollow it without, but then that's no good for hollowing, so you really want two gouges, okay? And that's that, guys, simple as that. So that was just a quick one to talk about the difference between that and why. Yes, a bowl gouge, as you can see, I've got bowl gouges. I can use bowl gouges. I have no problem in using a bowl gouge. I've got them all, look. And if I just want to get it like there, look, that's the shavings. And I sharpened that on my £27.99 CBN wheel, and I didn't even have a grinder. There you go. Right, that is it, guys. Just a quick one. So if you can, subscribe. Now, a lot of people watch the videos, want to say thank you, stuff like that. Some people don't. You know, we're in a society now where people please and thank you doesn't exist no more. Yeah. I was always grown up that way, you know, to be kind, be nice to people and help if you can. Nowadays it's fuck you mate, I'm alright. That seems to be the attitude of the majority of people nowadays. Yeah. You know, it's a fact. But if you want to say thank you and that, guys, the best thing you could do for me, just jump over to my other channel, my fishing channel one, and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe is wrong for it, really, because you're not subscribing to anything. It doesn't cost you a penny. You don't have to ever watch the video, any of the videos on there. Just hit the subscribe button. That's all you have to do. You won't get charged for nothing. It's just there. It just stays at the side of your thing when you go onto your YouTube, and it's a channel there you can just click on if you want to see anything I've put up on there. But it will help me to get that channel up and running, because the more subscribers I can get on it, don't earn me no more money or anything like. Don't earn me no money. It wouldn't even be monetized at the moment. So, but when the more subscribers, the more popular the videos go in a better spot, and they get seen, and then the views go up, and then the channel builds, and everything's brilliant. So if you want to say a thank you at all, guys, that's all you got to do. I'm not after your money. You don't have to buy me a coffee. Don't have to. If you do, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
You don't have to do none of that. Don't have to put thumbs ups. Don't have to put comments. Don't have to do nothing. Just go on there, go subscribe, and then just leave it, and don't even ever to watch it. It just gives me those, makes the channel go. And that would be the biggest thank you could do for me. And if you don't want to say thank you, then just take the information, use it. I hope it helps you, and have a nice day and enjoy your turning.
And the details will be in the descriptions box.
In the descriptions box,
yeah.
Right, yeah, okay. And there you go, there's another bit. I'll have to finish that at some time and all now, won't I? Right, okay, toodle pip, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.